The devil and God, they're both real. And here's the secret. Every person has a devil and every person has a God. Now, there's a difference between them beyond one being pure evil and one being pure good. The difference is that God will always be there. He has always been there. As long as you've been around, He will always be there while you are around, and He is here now. But the devil is only there if you allow him to be there. In other words, a person is not born with a devil. A person is born good. There's no sign of corruption in a person's disposition. People are naturally good. But when a person does something that's against their nature, which is against good, this is called a sin, and this sends an energy out. It sends a little demon out into the world that haunts not only those you harmed needlessly, but it also becomes your personal demon. And then you do it another sin. What do you know now? You have a devil. Two demons make a devil. And then you do another sin, and the devil gets stronger. Every person has their own devil. There's one God over all, but every person has their own devil. So metaphysically/spiritually speaking, when you do a sin, which is when you go against your own good nature, when you do something that isn't good, you put out an energy that doesn't go away until it's dealt with. And if it's there, it'll haunt you, it'll scare you, it'll torment you, it'll give you anxiety, it'll give you depression, until you take that energy back into yourself and process it and transmute yourself, that energy that you put that's following you, and make it dissipate and gone. Everything we do is an energy, and every energy we put out follows us, the good ones and the bad ones. The devil is just the bad ones, the bad energies that we put out. And yeah, it's possible that you create a devil, but you don't feel bad immediately. Well, there are spiritual explanations for this as well. But ultimately, it comes back around. And when you deal with this demon or devil that comes back around, that's when the anxiety starts. And that's when the person typically starts chipping away at the spiritual chaos that they've made through their sins. So every action adds an energy that follows you, and ultimately every energy that a person is responsible for, also known as in the Bible as, every action, Leviticus 5:17, whether they know it or not, as well as Ecclesiastes 12:14, done in private or openly, whether you know it or not, if it's a sin or not, and it's truly a sin, you're still going to pay for it, because, you're still going to have that energy follow you. And then you're still going to have to chip away at it until you clean the slate. Or else there's anxiety and depression and fear and anger. So this is some good news and some bad news. If there was no consequence to doing a sin, then it would be a totally immoral world where everybody can just do whatever they want and hurt each other with no backfire to that. or recoil to that. But there is a system in place. Every sin is like a little demon you create that goes into the world that eventually you need to slay. So it's better to just not do that. Not do any sinning, I mean. To clean your slate and to live a holy life where you're not going to be tormented by spiritual forces, where you can have freedom and control over your own life.